Hello, I'm SurferClock.
And I'm TAP-G.
And welcome to What's the Attraction?
Where our work is your vacation.
Ever since the inception of film, humans have shared the spotlight with a great variety of animal co-stars. From loyal, domesticated companions to decidedly wilder creatures, it's surprising just how many films not only star animals, but capture some truly incredible feats. Today, we're taking a look at Universal's animal actors on location.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Hey, are you calling me fat?
Quoting Babe, of course. You should know that.
It's been like 17 years since I last saw that movie.
Quite some time ago, but that's a pretty iconic line.
That's fair, then.
Hey, guys!
Oh, hey, Dougal. Oh, did I miss feeding time already?
TAP-G, animals need more than just food and water at regular intervals. Exercise, stimulation, regular play, and brisk walks, all these things make the difference between keeping Dougal alive and letting him truly live.
Food's always good, though.
Dougal seems pretty happy to me.
I always walk him, though.
The last time I walked him, the neighborhood lost power. We do not want that again. Why don't you walk him while I continue this episode? I'm sure by the time you get back, we can rate and discuss the show.
Fine. I'll walk Dougal. Come on, boy.
Oh, all right. Be good, TAP-G.
Really? Great. I've got episode duty. It can be pretty stressful to pull things out from my tuchus. Well, let's see. What does Wikipedia say about animal actors live on location? Let's see. Animal actors stage in 1990. Changed to Animal Planet Live in 2001 until 2006. Now it's Animal Actors on Location. So essentially it's the same stupid show, just different theming each time around. Wow, riveting. Better go meditate for a bit. Nothing better than the great, peaceful outdoors. Now then, find my center of focus, take a deep breath. What? So I meditate like a Disney princess. At least the birds aren't popping. Seriously now, let's focus. Well done, TAP-G. You found inner peace within yourself, or something similar. Whoa! Who are you? What does it sound like? I'm your inner you. We haven't spoken in a while. Oh, very funny. Look, I'm in a bind here, and I could really use your help. I gotta get another WTA episode rolling, and my well of inspiration is all dried up. What do I do to get my mojo back? You tried NyQuil? Fresh out. Disney movie marathon? This is a Universal episode. One moment. Okay, I'm going to assign you a spirit animal in which you will find inspiration. Cool, shouldn't be too tough then. Give me just a moment. Here we are. An otter, sleek, aquatic, playful, and graceful. The perfect creative spirit animal for you. Thanks! So when will I be... Oh, what's this now? Usually spirit animals are just spirits. Definitely not just a spirit. But this reminds me a little bit of the start of the show. A pair of river otters make a rather brief appearance at the start of the show among a number of other trained animals. A few dogs, a couple of cats, even a pig. Goes to show just about any animal can be an animal actor. Sounding inspired already. Shall I try another spirit animal? Sure. Perhaps a bird. How about a crane? Graceful, tall, probably less likely to bite. That's always good. I think there is a crane right at the start of the show, not to mention many other kinds of birds, but mostly parrots and a few birds of prey. Seems you have a very lively spirit. No kidding. There's even more birds in... Control your spirit! Whoa! Hold! Cease! Desist! Maybe we should not do spirit animals. Starting to get inspired by all these real animals, actually. Just as beautiful and amazing to see here as they are at Universal. Don't look now, but you're getting more whether you like it or not. Or, huh? Look, I know I usually describe the show and what happens in it, but the issue here is that this show changes segments fairly frequently as the animals switch or retire. Among the more notable segments are appearances by Frank the Pug from Men in Black, Gizmo the Cockatoo from the first Ace Ventura film, and a dog or two from Beverly Hills Chihuahua. I suppose in essence your mileage may vary, expect the unexpected, and so on and so forth.
Back TAP-G!
We're back, TAP-G.
Oh, he thinks he's people. So, how's the review going?
Great, fine! In fact, I was just getting ready to discuss.
Awesome! Let me just grab something for Dougal from the garage and... What? TAP-G! What is this? There's an entire zoo of animals out back!
It was my inner self! He started giving me spirit animals and he wouldn't stop!
Really? Spirit animals? These aren't spirits. In fact, some are engaged in some rather spirited behavior that's totally not appropriate for the show.
Well, what do we do then?
Well, let's get the discussion out of the way. Then you're gonna call animal control.
Why me?
Your spirit animals? Your issue.
Fine. Let's discuss.
Okay, well, this is a very appealing show for families with kids especially. This has a very much a family appeal. I don't really know any other way to say it. I do like the unique species that appear that you don't really see in a whole lot of other shows, except maybe some of the other ones, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
To me, it's nice to see just how many other creatures can actually be trained out there. The laughs, they're not very many laughs. They kind of come cheap. It's more below-the-belt stuff.
It's kind of hit and miss that way.
Yes, it is. And, it does connect once in a while, sort of, kind of, maybe. There are trainers throughout the show, and they kind of help bring a human element to it, and they kind of help us understand what's going on in the show. But they have segments that, the trainer kind of stands off to the side, and all this stuff kind of happens, and parts of the set change, and, well, that's kind of kind of unique. It's more like, look at the cute, funny, fuzzy animal filler. Even if the behaviors are trained behaviors. And, oh my goodness, there's this 80s, kind of 90s whimsy music that plays throughout these segments, and my gosh, does it feel cheap. It's like, whoo, laugh for us, laugh, please laugh.
I kind of half expected that temple in the background to start talking about the legends of the hidden temple.
No, not quite like that, but, it definitely, it felt set up for just the behaviors, and, that's kind of understandable.
Yeah.
To me, the show is worth checking out at least once, just to kind of see what it's about. But overall, you're not really going to want to check this show out maybe more than once.
Yeah.
Now, what it does have an appeal is good, and definitely, like I said, a good family show. But if you're just out and about by yourself in the park, I think you can skip this one.
Mm-hmm.
So what say you, TAP-G?
Well, the first thing I thought about when I was watching this show is I said, why does this feel so nostalgic, like it's set in the 90s? And the more I thought about it, the more I realized that how often did we watch movies starring animals back in the 1990s?
Quite a bit.
Just to name a few, Milo and Otis, Babe, 101 Dalmatians, Air Bud, Andre, Gordy, Dr. Dolittle, Free Willy, Homeward Bound, Dunstan Checks In, Buddy. There's so many movies that were just about animals, whether they were acting like animals or anthropomorphized in some way, that this was really kind of becoming the norm. So when you had this show about animal actors, this was pretty relevant. But then now it's 2014.
Yeah.
Now we're kind of in a day and age where you can easily switch over to Animal Planet or watch reruns of Animal Planet's Funniest Animals. Or you can just go on YouTube and start watching cat or dog videos. Cough, cough, grumpy cat. And now we're still endeared by animals doing cute gimmicks. That has definitely not gone away. What has gone away is our inaccessibility towards them. If you go to a zoo or Universal or Disney or SeaWorld to see animals acting cute, that was fine. But now we can see them on a daily basis and we don't have to. So in a lot of ways, this show is obsolete and outdated. And of course, having 90s music doesn't help.
Yeah, and much of the clips are from stuff back in the 90s.
Yeah.
The show is becoming relatively outdated.
Yeah.
So I'm not really sure what they could do to bring it back up to date.
And I think, and you said something earlier that kind of interested me. You said this was one of the last holdovers of being a studio park.
Yeah, it does show you how these stunts are made and like how they're trained to do these behaviors. Mm-hmm. And honestly, there's not much studio left to Universal Studios.
Yeah.
So I suppose that's why the show kind of still has its place.
There's a couple of other things that kind of bothered me about this show. One was that when we watched Blackfish, and I hate to dredge up that memory.
Okay.
There was a lot of talk of people saying, like, you can't make these beautiful animals and train them to do acts and stuff that they don't do. Well, and then SeaWorld apologists like us were coming out and saying, these are natural behaviors that are just encouraged with a cue. This isn't like, but here at the show, this was clearly human interference of, oh, look, it's a puppy wearing a skirt. Oh, look, that dog's going after a bra. Or, oh, that, a parrot is riding on a pig's back. I mean, this is not natural behavior. And I get that that's the whole point, but it's like, where's Gabriella Cowperthwaite on that one?
Well, the point of that is it's domestic versus wild.
Mm-hmm.
It's because, SeaWorld back in 1976 did this thing where they had taken the animals out of the wild. It's that whole deal.
Yeah, we don't want to go too deep into that, but I always thought it was part of it was because, well, the animals haven't, gone savage on anyone or anything just yet.
Fair enough.
I think some of the the gimmicks are cute. However, I could very easily go to Pets Ahoy at SeaWorld or Flights of Wonder at Animal Kingdom, where those are established zoos and aquariums, whereas Universal here kind of feels like an afterthought. It doesn't feel like there's a whole lot of effort put into this anymore.
Well, not anymore, no. I'm sure when the park first opened in 1990 and they had the older version of the show, I think that was more like when this was the 90s.
When this whole idea was still fresh, new, and exciting.
Yeah, that seems to be the main problem, is that much of this is not fresh, it's not exciting. And there are now parks that are doing it even better.
And the other thing, too, is that they've had, 20-plus years to get this concept down right. And when I first saw the show, there was a lot of awkwardness in it. In the fact that there were some moments where the animals were not coming out on cue and they had to redo it. You would think after 20-plus years they would have better Plan B material. There was a moment when I first saw the show where all the birds came out, a cat came out, and then there was 5 minutes of just the music playing and the audience waiting for something to come out on stage. And at SeaWorld and Flights of Wonder, these places that are better suited for working with animals, they had some pretty good Plan Bs installed. Like someone would come out and riff a few jokes, or they would have another animal come out. Here it was just like, let's wait for something to happen, and it just fell very, very flat. I mean, I know it's animals; you have to expect that kind of thing, but that's why you have Plan Bs to counteract that.
Yes, and clearly Universal doesn't have the Plan B thing solidly there. They just kind of have the trainer go, oh, isn't that funny?
Yeah. And
it's very uncomfortable.
Yeah. So, all in all, I think it's a well-intentioned show. I appreciate what they're trying to do, and I do like the behind-the-scenes stuff that they show you how they train the dogs and the cats to do the tricks. But I think the execution is just weak.
It's sloppy at best.
Very good word, sloppy. It's not focused. This whole thing about animals doing cute stunts is not a thing anymore. And I would hate to see it be replaced, but on the other hand, I don't think I'd shed any tears. So I have to give this a 2 out of 5.
I think it's a cute show, but that's the main word right there. It's cute. It's not great, and it doesn't strive to be anything more than that. I'm going to go ahead and give the show a 2.5 out of 5. So that's a 2 out of 5 from TAP-G and a 2.5 out of 5 from SurferClock.
Hey guys, check out the news!
Coordinated herd of animals has parked itself right outside the studios where local podcast What's the Attraction is produced. In fact, the exact arrangement of the individuals from above, as seen by Sky Witness cameras, reads R&R. Rest and relaxation? Ride and review? Who knows? Hosts SurferClock and TAP-G have not been available for comment.
R&R? That's beyond bizarre.
I got it!
What? What is it?
Restrictions and recommendations. They want us to finish the review.
That is by far the strangest thing I think I've ever seen you work through mentally on the show.
Really?
Strange in that it's probably accurate and mind-blowingly brilliant. Let's get on with it.
Being that this is a show, there are far fewer restrictions than usual, though they're still important. Service animals are permitted, but it's recommended that they remain near the back of the stadium so as not to distract the show animals during their performance. There are designated seating areas for guests in wheelchairs and electric scooters, and you're welcome to remain in them throughout the show. Guests with hearing disabilities should know that assistive listening devices are compatible with the portions of the show that are on the screen. At least one show a day also comes with an American Sign Language interpreter. Look for the interpreting services symbol on both near the Showtime sign and on your guide map for more information.
Now then, recommendations. Well, animal fans first and foremost are going to enjoy the show immensely, as well as families. Especially those who enjoy animals in the media, movies and such. There's a few audience participation segments. There's 2 for a kid and there's 1 for an adult. So make sure you or your children are enthusiastic if y'all like to take center stage. I think folks of all ages will find something to enjoy here, despite its placement in the younger-centric KidZone area. Now, those who are easily intimidated by animals might not enjoy this so much, though honestly they didn't include anything considered creepy or really scary by most.
Definitely check it out once, at least. Oh, hey, they're leaving!
Ooh, and look what they left behind. Oh, wow.
Oh, what a mess. Still want me to call animal control?
Well, we don't need them now, though the landscaper is not going to be happy with us. Hey, wait a second. Your spirit animals, your issue. Get cleaning, bud.
Well, thanks for listening, folks. I'm TAP-G and he's SurferClock. And we're What's the Attraction Where Our Work Is Your Vacation. Oh, dude, that's rank. Oh.